treatment of cancer with chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery leaves your immunity weak and exposed. Your body's ability to withstand any kind of pathogen is heavily diminished. So we made a program to help all cancer patients to regain their immunity after chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery. And we call this program Thrive Post-Cancer. So in this video, I would like to tell you a little bit about how our program is structured, what you can expect of help if you enroll into this program. Commonly saying, you can say that this program is made specially to support lifestyle change. Because when you get cancer, that's something that is accumulated through a very, very long time. It takes for cancer cells to proliferate and to extend this cancerous community of cells. So it's trackable in your blood panel. It takes from 10 to 25 years. So in order to change something substantially, we have to look at lifestyle. And lifestyle, there's a lot of things. There's patterns of physical movement. That's how you understand immunity. What is immunity for you? Do you understand that it is connected with the physical movement, with mental patterns, with how you eat, with how you breathe? So all of these things are interconnected and interdependent. That's why our program is based on a protocol that is interconnecting all the areas of human health. So what we do every single week, you're gonna have some education. And this is physiology. This is education with very, very small steps about the easiest ways to change your lifestyle, to make your body as inhabitable for cancer cells as possible. It takes time. That's why the whole idea with the program that you take responsibility for your own health. No hospital, no mother, no father, no your family. It's you. You have to learn the methods to make your body inhospitable for cancer cells. You have to be responsible to track the progress. And we're gonna give you all the tools during the 50 weeks of the course. That's right. This is a course that is establishing very strong process of lifestyle change. But it has to, in order it to be strong, it needs to take a long time. So you really can make some new patterns, elaborate and incorporate the new patterns into your lifestyle. It's going to be organic. In these 50 weeks, they are structured in the following way. Every week, you will get a package of videos, of 3 videos on Tuesdays, every Tuesday morning. And in these videos, you will have 3 videos. The first talking about one particular area of human health. The second video will expose the physiology behind this particular area. And the third video will give you tools, meaning exercise and how to exercise. On Thursdays, you will get some of your weekly nudging, because when you have cancer or post-cancer, the fear, that's one of the biggest hurdles. and the fear, being able to tackle the fear. We call it stress management. It has to be done actually on a daily basis. It's something about mental training, but it's actually psychophysiological stress resilience and mental resilience. And we train it through the muscles. And that needs some nudging. So on Thursdays, that's the audio file, about 10 minutes long audio file. You will get every Thursday. And on Monday, you will have a possibility to have all of your questions answered. So we'll make a weekly video question and answer session. That's a live session when you can take the seat. That's a video session, so you can ask all of your question directly, talking to me in the video, or just writing in the comments, just texting me during the session. So this will gonna be a kind of a forum when people will really learn from each other's questions. It's gonna be great, and also there will also be a feedback, the possibility to give a feedback on a Facebook page. That is a closed Facebook page. So there's a lot of possibility also to write questions directly on the weekly videos. So it actually makes it interactive. It's not just a video course. It's an interactive course where you can learn a lot, both from the material and the questions, your own questions being answered, and the others' questions. So, during these 50 weeks, we're going to talk about a lot of different aspects of health that has a strong connection with regaining strong immunity after chemotherapy, surgery, and radiation. Among the aspects will be a lot about optimization of automatical breathing patterns, and that's a very, very strong techniques that I used with my one-to-one cancer clients that I've been following every day for a long time, from the half of a year to 1.5 years. So you will have a part in my experience of direct working with one-to-one cancer clients when breathing and changing of nutrition. Both breathing and nutrition, they are very, very heavily interconnected, and if done right, they can create a very powerful synergetic effect to make your body as inhabitable for cancer as possible. Another things we're going to talk about physiologically right movement patterns. I will help you with understanding of physiology behind structured movement, how it is connected with immunity, how do we enable a real pumping function of the lymphatic system, which is crucial to regain immunity and crucial to be able to withstand any kind of pathogens, and also put a lid on the development of cancer cell communities. And that's about all kinds of cancer, actually, because there are some hypotheses about how cancer comes up and proliferates, which are, pretty old, and they are still being used in the modern cancer research. That is based on the fact that cancer cells thrive in an oxygen-deprived environment, and the cancer cells thrive in environments with very high levels of glucose. So we are taking those two things together, and we are working with optimizing the energy acquisition so it fits both low levels of glucose, very low levels of glucose, high levels of energy, and very high level of oxygenation of the cells. Not of the blood, not the level of oxygen in the lungs, but actually what really matters, that's the optimization of oxygenation on the cellular level. Among other things, we are also talking, what I mentioned already, psychophysiological stress management, which are some techniques that I learned from martial arts. I'm very much inspired by martial arts, both from samurai legacy, from the books, Kung Fu and Aikido. There's a lot of so-called internal techniques for stress handling in martial arts. And we're gonna learn those techniques without having a need to go to the dojo or to the training hall. So just doing it at home. So all of these areas are very strongly interconnected. And in order for you to understand what is actually going to happen, I will now show you some small excerpts from the videos, all three kinds of videos, and I will show you how it's gonna look like, what you're gonna get on Tuesdays, on Thursdays, and actually also how our live sessions will gonna look like on Mondays. When you have seen that, you will have a much closer understanding of how these 50 weeks will progress, and so my expectation from you and your expectation from me will gonna be synchronized maximally. So now I'm gonna show you some videos. So I hope to meet you online, and I hope to inspire you and help you making your body as inhabitable for cancer cells as possible, and make your immunity as strong as possible. Of wrong nutrition, too much stress in the environment, and the stress, that's psychological stress, and that which results in chronic stress response, which results in a chronic inflammation. And the chronic stress response comes both from wrong nutrition, from inability to handle psychological stress. And what we normally do in our world, we are taking the healing from here. So we're actually trying to treat symptoms instead of changing the way we are affected by stress, instead of taking the big picture. And the big picture is changing hyperventilation, changing the way our gut is working. That's how we actually work. Then you can feel that your abdominal muscles are relaxing, and they are connected with the diaphragm muscle. And when the diaphragm relaxes, you start diminishing breathing. Carbon dioxide goes up, oxygen goes a little bit down, and when carbon dioxide goes up, the oxygenation on the cellular level is improved. It means that you get a lot of oxygen to the muscle cells, you get a lot of more oxygen to your brain, and physical and mental resilience is perfect. So when you, for example,
So Misha, tell us a little bit about the quality of sleep contra the quantity of sleep.
Exactly. What I see when I work with my one-to-one clients, and I had a lot of experience from this about the sleep, I see a lot of very, very good correlations between different areas of work. Like, for example, when we're working, establishing or re-establishing normal breathing patterns, and I feel energized. So that's how we can reverse lifestyle disease, and that's called sleep hacking. So we're connecting stages of sleep, the stages 3 and 4, where we really rejuvenating our body, recuperating from the day work, previous day work, and making a cellular cleansing on the cellular level. It's connected with a control pause because control pauses rises at the same time because lung ventilation goes down. What I do, I always sleep at the left side here, like that, and very often in order to prevent sleeping on my back, which promotes hyperventilation. What I do, I put the a lot of energy for small amounts of food, lots of energy, very few toxins, and that's how we optimize.
So what sort of diet is this?
And this is a ketogenic diet.
Ketogenic
Diet. That's a part of low carb diets. Okay. And this diet is the last 5 years to 10 to 5 years is used more and more in hospital settings. And there's a lot of nutritional research on MedPop, medical sources, and epidemic of asthma and cardiovascular disease and cancer and everything, actually pandemic, very, very big, that we are reversing now. And the Swedish government was the first government that took these dietary guidelines. So, next thing, we're going to talk about exercise. And what is exercise on with optimization of energy from meals and digestion? That's eating. So, we had a general discussion, we had physiology, now we are practical. So, I'm going to show you my fridge, and then we're going to make some practical exercise. How to cook very, very fast in order to do it fast and in order to enjoy all the macronutrients and all the micronutrients and not to spoil them. So to control the shift from sympathetic to parasympathetic response, from stress response to relaxation, will help you to tune and adjust those hormones, and you can really enjoy your life. You really enjoy more mental resilience, better mental resilience, which will also actually trigger physical resilience and immunity too. But today, we are talking about these pair. So this was an integrative week number 1. We're talking about the connection of one unique pair out of 10 pairs. And this pair today, it's about breathing and mental side. Later we're going to talk about all of these 10 different pairs. So now we're going to talk we're going to look at the exercise. How do we practically connect this knowledge into different lifestyle situations or different life situations during the day? Of sensitivity. That's also a part of radical acceptance. So you have to really learn those things to make this transition from target-oriented way of working towards the process orientation. It takes the whole life, I think, because there's a lot of things we have to learn in order to fully accept that things are not happening overnight, and in order to fully accept that there will never be a magic pill. So you have to do things by your own hands. I'm interested in learning and teaching people how to use the hidden power of healing in their own body, and it's nothing to do with New Age powers.
This is pure engineering.
It's pure engineering.
Misha,
yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I say Misha. See, we've got a couple of other people there. I think we've got Hugh and Julian. We've had Meta on, but do Julian or Hugh? Would you like to would you like to come in in the empty seat? Maybe you've got a couple of points you want to make, or are you just happy listening to what Misha is saying? There's an open seat now. Geopathic stress and electromagnetic radiation health. I'm sure you've got something to say about that.
You want to sit in, or just you want to answer the question here?